Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds speaking from the Iowa State Capitol. And I would just say, that is one of the hardest jobs in national politics. Even if you are a great speaker, going after the State of the Union is difficult because the staging contrast will always make you look diminished in comparison. So spare a thought for Governor Reynolds. That is a difficult thing. I will say that it is traditionally thought that the opposing party's State of the Union response is sometimes seen as a testing ground or maybe even a springboard to national ambitions. I don't think there's any risk of that. This evening. Joining us here in New York is our colleague Lawrence O'Donnell. Lawrence, it's great to see you.
Great to see you. You know, Rachel, the difficulty for this speech for Republicans in response has actually been dramatically lowered since the threshold was set by Marco Rubio. She cleared that because there were no water accidents at all during this speech. And in the end, she said a lot, but in the end, it turns out the headline is she completely agrees with Joe Biden. The State of the Union is strong. That's what it came down to.
It is. I think a notable thing, she wore a Ukraine pin on her lapel. She didn't reference it, but the U.S. flag and the Ukrainian flag side by side is a gesture from the Republican governor that I think is in keeping with the kind of bipartisan response the president got tonight in talking about Ukraine.
Yeah, but her treatment of Ukraine, as you'd expect from the Iowa governor, was minimal. And so this was not someone chosen for their ability to rise to that moment.
No,
and
she did blame the war on Joe Biden.
She did not mention whether she agrees with her party's leader that Vladimir Putin is a genius. She left that out. We don't know. But the rest of the speech was in the past. It was the dark days of masks for everyone and lockdowns and all that stuff. And so if the recovery from the pandemic continues to improve the way it is, these speeches are going to stay the same. This is going to be the speech in September. This is going to be the speech in August. And so it's kind of a political bet on a new variant, because without a new variant that's powerful, this speech is going to feel increasingly odd. She's talking about a world in which, students are prevented from going to schools. That doesn't exist anymore. She's talking about, kids being masked forever. That doesn't exist anymore. Masks coming off in New York City public schools. So that whole thing is over, but they believe it's still working. And of course, even though Joe Biden said, fund the police, she said Democrats want to defund the police. And there was kind of the Biden fund the police line was obviously an anticipation of no matter what, they're going to try to stick him with that.
Yeah.